In this video, we will be going over creating an appointment as well as the calendar in general. Now, Shepherd doesn't have the templates like ClientTracks does, so to duplicate that, what we're going to do is create these temporary appointment blocks. When there's an empty one, that means that we can click on that and create an appointment. So just imagine that all of these white spaces are full of these appointment blocks. So we have an open appointment here for a medical. So we're going to click on that and go to Edit. Now at this point, we can add the client as well as the patient that we need and create a reason for the appointment. There's also a section over here for notes. So this is where we would want to put anything like needs to come in the back door, needs a muzzle, anything like that. Now, since we have this set up just as a block, we are going to have to do something a little funny here, which is we're going to change the occurrences to 1. So that way we're going to just isolate this single appointment out of the block. Now there is an option up here to change it from recurring, but we actually don't want to use that option. That's a little more complicated. So then we can see that we clicked on appointment in Dr. Ron's column, and the appointment type is already set, as well as the appointment time, as well as the appointment type. Next, we're going to want to turn on the messages here so that the client can get an email as well as a text message saying that they have this appointment scheduled. So here it's going to say that we're removing this appointment slot from the recurring sequence. So if we don't change any of these buttons, it will automatically come up as this appointment, which is what we want. So simply hit confirm. So now we have our appointment scheduled right here. Now in the calendar, there are a couple of different things that we might use on a regular basis and some that we may not. For instance, there are different ways to change the view of what we're seeing in the calendar. Feel free to play around with these different buttons, but for the most part, with our large calendar base, I don't really find that they're very helpful. There are also options up here to print the calendar if we need to. And there's also a full screen mode that, again, you can play with, might be helpful in some situations. Now, we could add an appointment up here, but since we're going to just be converting these appointment blocks, we're not likely to do that. We can also search. So if someone comes in, they say they have an appointment, and you're just not seeing them visually on the calendar, also just type their name real quick and find out where their appointment was. That can simply be cleared. We can go back to the regular calendar view. To jump to a specific day, we would click on the calendar button, and that gives us a simple way to jump to a different day of the year. We can also move just one day at a time, forward and backward.